Drake is suing Universal Music Group and Spotify, alleging they conspired to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's diss track Not Like Us at the expense of Drake. Now, this is all coming from a report by the Independent UK, and it's pretty crazy and represents an escalation of the Kendrick beef, where he's accusing the label of firing allies of Drake while boosting his rival Kendrick Lamar. And the suit claims that Universal Music Group used bots, paid for recommendations, and even had Siri manipulated to boost the song's stream and radio play. Drake is also alleging that UMG terminated employees loyal to him to cover up the scheme. Now, this is all as a result of the feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake that got pretty ugly, with Kendrick Lamar accusing Drake of, liking the young ladies, and Drake accusing Kendrick Lamar of beating women. And we have to zoom out, as this is a reflection of the current state of music. There's a lot to unpack, and here is what's the most interesting things from this article. Now, first off, this is coming from an alleged petition secured by the Independent UK, and this is pretty much happening. Like, this is something that a lot of people have speculated for some time. UMG spokesman declined to comment, Spotify declined to comment, and the attorneys representing Drake also declined to comment. And this article also breaks down how UMG was one of Spotify's earliest supporters, and they had inked a multi-year global licensing deal with the streaming giant in 2020, which Drake's court filing states. It cites UMG's financial reporting, which showed $2.3 billion in earnings from Spotify in 2023, accounting for nearly 20% of the label's revenue. And in May of this year, with streaming so important to the bottom line, UMG did not rely on chance or even ordinary business practices to achieve success with Lamar's latest release. According to the filing, it instead launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with a song Not Like Us in order to make that song go viral, including using bots and pay-to-play agreements, the filing states, claiming UMG charged Spotify 30% less than its usual licensing rate in exchange for Spotify pushing recommendations for Not Like Us to users who are searching for other unrelated songs and artists. So I guess Drake is saying there was some, or Drake's party is saying that there was some under the table deal where UMG charged Spotify 30% less than its usual licensing rate in order to promote Not Like Us. Now, here comes the big part that Drake is alleging, that neither UMG nor Spotify disclosed that Spotify had received compensation of any kind in exchange for recommending the song. The filing contends, claiming that such practices contravene the Communications Act of 1934. In June, a whistleblower revealed on a podcast that Lamar's label had paid him to set up a bot network that would generate 30 million streams on Spotify in the first few days after the May 3rd release of Not Like Us. Now, the podcast they're talking about is Academics Live Stream, where someone said that PG Lang, or someone close to PG Lang, paid for the botting of Not Like Us.
Again, you could ask around about me. I'm not biased. I haven't, done this to fuck him over. I don't want to fuck him over. I don't want to fuck anybody over. But early on, when the song first dropped, it wasn't him. I'm not going to say he reached out to me himself, because obviously he didn't. It was definitely somebody from management. They wanted me to do 30 million early, which fed into the rest of the views, because obviously it was going to be a hit song either way. I like the song. You want me to be honest? The song is good. Like, it's a hit song.
Hey, sir, half of Kendrick.
I mean, I have payment proof, and I will DM that to you, as long as you won't expose it right now on stream in front of everybody, but I will send you all the proof, all the receipts and everything.
Okay.
Because there are certain things that I want to keep myself safe at the end of the day too, but I will send it to you.
I want to independently verify it. Hold on. I'm gonna put in this call. Well, you know my Instagram name, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The leaker claimed that he had been promised a cash payment plus percentage of the song, in sales in exchange for his help. The filing also says that UMG paid quietly to inflate the numbers of views. And this is insane, guys. This is a big deal. And even if you dislike Drake, if you hate his guts, it makes him one of the more consequential artists of the history of music. And his use of AI, and his use of streaming, and now a lawsuit where the biggest rapper over the last 15 years, and probably maybe one of the biggest pop artists in existence, is suing Universal and accusing them of firing the people closest to him. And this also involves academics, who himself now is at the center of a legal issue because his podcast or his stream is what's being referenced in this lawsuit. That's crazy to me, son. Academics is... he might have to take the stand if this goes to trial. And this is all alleged. I don't want to be sued. I don't want... going to war with Joe Budden is different than going to war with Universal. Hit me up, Universal. Hit me up, Drake. If you got a problem with what I said, thestopbk@gmail.com. But let me know what you think. This is something a lot of people have theorized, that Drake may have ran afoul of somebody at Universal or people within the music industry, and now it has finally materialized in actual legal battles. Now I want to cite this source. It was from the Independent UK, and it's saying that it had received the actual petition that was filed. So this is real, guys. This isn't like some rumor you're hearing on one of these blog sites that engineers engagement. They're reporting that they received the documents, and they're reporting on the documents, and they're giving legitimate details. But like I said, let me know what you think. I think this is fascinating. I think this legitimately solidifies that this was one of the craziest rap battles of all time. It gave us a lot of great music, but I think the second act is going to be crazier because it might lead to a revolution within the music industry. Remember the Payola Radio Act? I think what we're going to see now is that there is going to be a payola instituted for the streamers. Right now, Spotify, Apple, they're all going to have to disclose. Even podcasts might now have to disclose. Like, yo, this is paid for. This playlist is paid for. It's being botted. And wow, Drake has done it again. A lot of changes are coming. Follow me on Instagram, The Stop TV. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. This is wild, y'all. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.